In this week's Do Something With Your Marketing, I want to teach you how to use the FRED, the Federal Reserve Economic Database, from the St. Louis Federal Reserve Bank for the United States of America. There are 672,000 U.S. and international data series that help us understand what's happening in the economy. And the information that you get from this can inform your marketing and business strategy, because if you know what's happening, if you can see the data, you can very clearly forecast what's likely to happen. We are living in turbulent times, and so we want to use the tools that are available to us to the best of their capabilities. So what you see here is fred.stlouisfed.org, and you see, of course, some of the more popular economic indicators. There's two that I want you to keep an eye on. The first one is called U6. I'm going to go ahead and start typing this in here. U6 stands for the total unemployment rate of unemployed plus all people marginally attached, total employed part-time for economic reasons, which means they used to be full-time, now they're part-time. Those who are discouraged. Basically, U6 is a measure of unemployment that tries to take into account every way that we're not using in the United States people's working capabilities to the fullest. So what you see when you use this tool is you get a chance to look at timing and see where the data is. You can change the timeline here. I'm going to shrink this down. Let's go into since the early 2000s. What you see here, total unemployment was very, very low in 2006, 2007, 2008, and then you can see there's sort of an inflection point here. And then once you get into 2008, that's when the Great Recession began, and we see it peak here in 2010. And it took a long time, really, to get back down to sort of this 10.0 point. It took almost 6 years to get down there. We are here right now at 6.7. Sort of the surprisingly, some of the lowest underemployment in recent times. Now, what we want to do is we want to keep an eye on this every single month as new data comes in and see if this starts to jump up. If this number starts to jump up, it means that there are rough economic seas at play. And if it jumps up like this a lot, you can see here, really, this happened all within the span of a year. You know that the consumer is highly constrained. They don't have a lot of spending money. And so there's going to be ripple effects in the economy. So this is one of those series that we want to keep an eye on because it gives us a sense of what is likely to impact our businesses. If people don't have money, they're not going to buy stuff. That's Series 1. Series 2, I'm going to type in the word JOLTS here. JOLTS is an acronym: Job Openings, Layoffs, Turnover, and Separations. It's from the Department of Labor. And JOLTS tells us, are companies hiring, right? So I'm going to look for job openings here. And again, I'm going to shrink. Oh, actually, it's mostly shrunken down here. You can see that job openings were crawling up pretty good until, you get to about April 2007, and then precipitous decline. We see job openings really decline to just about 2 million there. And now job openings continuing a strong climb until about January 2019. And now you can see here in December 2019, we've actually gone down a fair bit. So there's already some signs of some rocky seas happening here. Let's look at JOLTS and total separations, non-farm separations, aka people that were let go. And we see separation numbers right after the Great Recession begin to really hit the floor as people were not quitting their jobs, right? They were not leaving and then get back to sort of normal. So the JOLTS series really helps us understand what's happening with companies. Let's see if companies are hiring. Who's hiring? You see, hiring really fell off the cliff right there, right? No one was hiring for quite some time during the Great Recession. Then hiring began to creep up to about this level here, the 4 million jobs. Hiring so far is remaining strong. We want to keep an eye on hiring because that tells us, like on the B2B side, if you're in B2B and hiring is strong, then there's companies are healthy enough to be hiring. When this one drops off, B2B is in trouble. So I would say if you are B2C, be definitely looking at U6. Be definitely looking at total job openings as a measure of how is the economy doing? Are companies or do they have hiring? Are there job openings to be had? And then look at those separations, right? Look at are people quitting. Look at hiring as well. All of those things are indicators of economic health, and whether you're B2B or B2C, you need to know that. I would say if you're B2C, really focus in on the U6 stuff. If you're B2B, look at the openings, the quits, the separations, layoffs, and job openings, because that tells you if the businesses are healthy. U6 tells us if the customer's going to have money in their paycheck in order to be able to spend money with your company. There's a lot more to this tool. There's so much more. There's so many ways you can use this. You can export the data. You can model the data. You can do all sorts of cool stuff. But this is a great introduction. And I would encourage you, play with it, experiment with it, see what other data series are in here that you might find valuable. You could look, for example, let's say gold. Right? You can see there's gold. We can find price of coffee. You name it, there's probably a data series in here for it. And that can help you in your business, in your niche, understand what's happening. So give this a try. Play with it. It's completely free of cost. Well, I mean, the U.S. tax dollar paid for it. For those of you who are not U.S. citizens, you're welcome. Play with it. Extract the data from it. Use it in your own business planning. It's a phenomenal resource. It's totally free of cost. And make use of the data. Use it to figure out what's going on and what might be happening. As always, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and the newsletter. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Want help solving your company's data analytics and digital marketing problems? Visit trustinsights.ai today and let us know how we can help you.